Okay, Romania it is, by 4 votes to 3 and 3. That's how close it was. Romania is that one. Romania found herself on the winning side in the Great War and as a result gained new territories and people, not all of whom were Romanians. To guard against the revanchist desires of the countries that were forced to cede land, Romania has created a web of alliance all across the Balkans. In recent years, however, the country has concerned itself mostly with domestic matters, and the government of King Carol II has allowed these alliances to lapse. As the political situation in Europe changes, Romania may well find herself standing alone and vulnerable. So we have King Carol II's lifestyle. King Carol II is well known for his expensive tastes and his willingness to indulge his even more lavish tastes of his mistress. He has caused considerable scandals in the past and will likely continue to do so, unless he is replaced or shown the error of his ways. Neutral foreign policy, which means that we are not really able to do any messing around on the foreign stage. That's true. Okay, Romania. Let's do this. We are mostly unaligned, slightly democratic and slightly fascist. Interesting. So our focus tree is split between preserve Greater Romania and Balkan dominance. Balkan dominance is conquering stuff. Is this available for either? Yes. So the central line is available either way. So it's either this one, which is renew the Romanian-Polish alliance, cordon sanitaire. Oh, a faction with the Czechs and the Poles. Interesting. Demand a Western guarantee, military modernization, that's licenses, reduction, join the Allies, joint Allied staff, even more oil. We can join the Comintern, a deal with the devil, trade deal with Germany. So, actually with Preserve Greater Romania we can go in any direction. Balkan dominance, I think we are going it alone, essentially. Institute royal dictatorship. King Michael's coup. Revise the constitution, which is political advisor cost reduction, trade law cost, mobilization law. Wow, that's a lot of law costs reductions and recruitable populations as well. Fort construction speed. And then after that we can choose loyal government or flexible foreign policy. Austria-Hungary was boring. There was nothing I could do. So I started a new game. Force abdication, that's national unity. Consumer goods factories. That's only for 360 days. Then militarily, acquire licenses. So a lot of this stuff is about getting licenses rather than doing your own thing. Oh, wow. Hello. Local development. Production cost on fighters, carriers, air support, CAS... various... Okay, that's all Air Force. Okay, I like that. Gain a unit of 7 infantry and 2 artillery divisions. Army leader cost reduction, half. Recruitable... Oh, factor. Factor isn't as good as cap. Mountain artillery. Enables the mountain gun. Mountain movement for artillery and anti-tanks. Interesting. And then more navy. Black Sea dominance, which is more firepower and damage but less range. So basically heavier hitting ships or... No, they're the same, hang on. Destroyers, light cruisers, heavy cruisers, battleships have more shore bombardment and firepower, or they have more armor and firepower. So this is anti-navy, this is more coastal. Heavy cruiser. Wow, that's a big boost to armor. Heavy cruiser plus torpedoes. So you could get some really mighty heavy cruisers with the coastal defense side. Interesting. A lot of Balkan dominance lies with puppets. Yeah, I haven't exactly had the best luck with puppets. So I mean, a lot of you are saying that you want own faction. Make Romania monarchist again. Again, it already is. King Carol II is the monarch. He's just a very indulgent and wasteful monarch. So who do you want me to join? Own faction, allies, Axis, or Comintern? Though the fourth of those seems a little bit dull. Joining the Axis actually sounds like the best option here. Just doing the opposite of what we did with Austria. Right, you're all saying own faction. So own faction was Cordon Sanitaire. So faction with Czechoslovakia and Poland then. Okay. So renew Romanian-Polish alliance, Cordon Sanitaire. In fact, these aren't mutually exclusive. So I can make friends with the Soviets and everyone else. I can even get the peasant militias and just deal with the daily communism support. Oh, that's funny. Just play every side against each other. Well, that's exactly what Romania did. Okay, cool. So we're going to go Cordon Sanitaire. Do I want to start with preserving Romania? Guarantee tension limit minus... Wow, I can do guarantees really quickly. So I guess with that I could guarantee Czechoslovakia. Yeah. Oh, I see. So with the allied friendly government, you can handle the king. Which replaces his negatives with daily democracy support. Or you have a figurehead King Michael, who gives more national unity if you go the allied or the Axis way. Okay, so this is our partisans, division attack on core territory, division defense on core territory. That one is foreign subversive only. Then the constitutional guarantees is factory output. So we'll probably go with the allied friendly government. We'll handle the king, which I guess means we can't do the coup. Yeah, so I think we can't do the coup if we do this one. No, this isn't a special mod. This is the expansion, which is due out in 4 days' time. So I got a preview access to the new DLC, which Paradox is developing, before it's actually released, which is awesome. Alright, so as per usual, we're going to be doing the old infrastructure. I'm just seeing where we are the most industrial. We're on the left side, so it's kind of here, 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 and here. Let's do that. And then military factories. Do we have any tank designers? We do. See, these guys at least have tank designers. That one is terrible. +5 armor, -2% reliability, +5 reliability overall. Or tank destroyer increase. Really? The Leonidas works, I think, is what we're going to go with. Fighter agility. That's quite a big boost to agility. Ground attack and production cost, which isn't bad. Or fighter air attack. I think we'll go with ICAR. So tank destroyers. Best tank destroyers are probably medium tanks. So we'll use a combination of tank destroyers and probably SPGs and regular tanks, I guess. Or we could do tank destroyers. Wait, are we going... We'll be fighting against the Axis, which means we'll be fighting against the Germans, who do have a lot of tanks. So we could just have a heavy tank destroyer unit with our infantry units rather than anti-tank units. Yeah, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Romania, and Yugoslavia changed. It's 4 countries. So we need to choose one of these before we can go down the industrial, so I think we'll just preserve Greater Romania. We have at last managed to unite all Romanian speakers in our country. Now we must ensure that our children may inherit our legacy of Romania for all Romanians. Let's do that. Military factories. Hang on, do we start with light tank research? We do. And there were no other benefits for light tank, so I think we're just going to go down the heavy tank. So I might just start researching heavy tank like almost straight away off the bat. After the usual suspects, of course. Military factories. We have 2 more to go. I think 1 to you. 1 to you. I don't need that many artillery. I definitely don't need more of those ships. So we're just going to make 1 more of you. And then you can finish. We are significantly short on steel, but so be it. I don't want to import anymore because I want my civilian factories doing stuff. And then finally, our military. Let's put you all together in one place. A couple of you have experience already. And then do we have lots of weird templates? We do not. Yeah, the specializations for tank variants is really cool. And especially now that you can add... you can basically turn old tank models into new tanks. Oh, sorry, new variants. King's mistress purchases villa. Magda Luperențu, mistress of King Harold II, reportedly purchased a new villa in an expensive suburb of Bucharest. How she could afford it was subject to extensive speculation. New evidence in foreign newspapers strongly suggests the king himself authorised the purchase with government money. The scandal is spreading and we must make a public announcement on the matter as soon as possible. The government has purchased the building that allowed Miss Luperențu residence, which means we have 20% consumer goods factories for 20 days, or the king took the money out of his own, out of an advance on his allowance. Money took an advance on his allowance, obviously. Yeah, you totally could import tank chassis and put 80 guns on it. You can do that now. And because I'm not playing on veteran, I know that we get a lot of political power, so I'm not too bothered about spending it. That's definitely one of the big differences in Kaiserreich. Political power is really, really important. Royalty and villas are great for anti-monarchist sentiment. It's true. Like, I still need to decide what on earth to do with the king. Because I don't know if it's actually true that if I have the coup, then I can't handle the king. Because that is replace lifestyle with King Carol II. Effective change gives daily democracy support. Well, that one's national unity. Join faction limit minus 100. Change in popularity democratic 35. National unity reduced. Fascism support national unity reduced. Or we can stay, hang on, loyal. That's more political power, more division recovery rate and population. And all the parties must end. And he loses hedonist. Oh, that's only if you're Hungary aligned. All of the following. So we can't do that because we won't have Balkan dominance. I don't understand if this blocks everything else. Oh, he only becomes leader of the non-aligned party. So I think this is kind of a stopgap until the king is handled, I assume. Go full dictator with the left path. Yeah, I think you can. But only if you've gone with the preserve Balkan thingy, which I'm not. Whew, alright. Am I training you guys? Do I have any equipment to train you with? Yeah. Train. Oh, in fact, actually, before we do this, what are your templates like? Actually, not bad. I am genuinely surprised. Romania's forces are pretty good. Oh, I had some tea left. Huzzah. And are your stats going up? They are. Remilitarization of the Rhineland. Preserve Greater Romania. Okay, so we can go towards civil works, which would mean that our industry stuff goes faster. Or we can go towards the alliance. What is the objective? To make the world Romania again. No, I think it's mostly to stay alive, is to preserve all the Balkan nations in their independent states. Yeah. We're going to go the puppet route, or the big alliance of free and equal nations. And also the cordon sanitaire, which is much easier to get than the Little Entente, I have to say. I'm just wondering how much down this line I want to go. Invite foreign motor companies. Is that tied to these by any chance? Has completed focus mobile tank destroyers. Hold on, hold on. That would be one of, whoops, these. Mobile tank destroyers. Okay, yeah, I'd be doing that anyway. I was misreading it. Okay, that's just the design company. Yeah, that's fine. Right, back to this decision. Do we want to start working on our industry? The answer is probably. Or on the other thing. We'll do the industry first. Greater Romania will require an extensive program of industrial development if it is to support a large-scale military build-up. We will start it now. Tea plants a string, that's a waste of valuable tea. Unless, of course, you could dunk the string before battle. That would work. We no longer get the effects from royal household accounts. Good. Or advance, whatever. Let's keep on the research. And then I think I'm going to research heavy tanks. And we're going to go the heavy tanks and infantry route. And also probably medium tanks. We'll go for a very armoured route, so we may well go armoured warfare this time. Yeah, that sounds good to me. I like it. You guys still training? Yes. Good. Excellent. It will mean that my equipment deficit is getting even worse. 13,000 and counting. But it's fine. We will survive. Guarantee cost minus 50% as well. Interesting. Civil works. Agrarian reform. One thing I probably want to do is reduce those by one each, because I have a feeling we'll get free ones. And we can build some stuff. We probably want some more convoys. We can also build some destroyers, and I will work out what the difference is between those destroyers, but not right now. Ooh, your training is almost complete. Excellent. Alright, sweet. And we have a research slot available, which is going to be for concentrated industry. Good. Good. King throws lavish party. Despite being vetted by the king himself, the official coverage of the recent feast at the royal palace has caused great public dissent. Pictures of the king's mistress in an expensive French evening gown and detailed descriptions of the 7-course meal from the golden plates have further inflamed the population, who are still suffering from the after effects of the Great Depression. The king demands that we make a public statement in support at once. The king must... Robster, thank you very much for the follow, I appreciate it. The king must be allowed to be representative, which means consumer goods or the king's private matters are not government's concern. I can see how this is going to be sapping quite quickly. I'll still take the political power here, though. Do we have Captain of Industry? We do. Yeah, I would have liked to have taken him. Okay, so I have a feeling that we need to replace the king, like, as soon as possible, frankly, because he's just going to keep on costing us. So we'll get the Danubian network, and then stop at that point. Deal with the king, and then go with the diplomatic side. Still 36, so we can't get that. Don't think we want the resource. We won't, I think, need that. Right, 36. We wanted to get the heavy tanks. I think your training is almost complete. I think King Carol is more like Emperor Carol, if you catch my drift. L'état c'est moi. Agrarian reform is complete. Excellent. Our agrarian sector has ample room for improvement. Streamlining it and improving its efficiency will free up workforces that can be employed in other sectors, such as construction.